Welcome to Sailor Moon Another Story Part 13, and we're now playing Chapter 3 as Chibi Moon. Another person who, like Renoa, should just sit her ass down and stay put, but she's not going to do that. So this is a great way to pick up Chapter 3 after the very long Chapter 2. And mind you, Chibi Moon is at level 1, as I showed in the last part. Meaning we're going to get another battle that's going to jump her up about 5 levels. Or even more. Anyway, we start Chapter 3 looking for the Barra Suisho, which is the Golden Crystal. Might as well say. No, wait, no, that's... Yeah, that's right, Barra Suisho is the Golden Crystal. Anyway, while looking for this, she also happened to bring her friend Momo. Now, for those of you who don't know who Momo is a 9-year-old girl a well-endowed 9-year-old girl, to be honest, who hangs out with Chibi-Usa. And the both of them are actually coming to this dangerous-ass school, knowing that there's enemies waiting for them in the process, and that Momo will be pretty much a statistic. Oh boy. No good can come from this. Oh, and by the way, just so we're clear, Chibi-Usa has a penchant of running off and doing things on her own without Sailor Moon. I mean, they may call her independent, but guess what? Her powers? They're either an annoyance to enemies, or they don't work at all. It's not until S where she gets actually better. Oh, Super S, sorry. Anyway, and now we meet Anshar. Anshar is the guy with the green hair. Now, I've gotten it figured out now. Anshar's the guy with the green hair. Sin is the Sailor Moon Opposito Scout. And Apsu is the main villain of the game. Speaking of which, Sin and Anshar are having a little argument. Or at least, for the most part, Anshar doesn't want to kill Chibi-Usa, and it's for good reason, because he likes her. Meanwhile, Sin wants him to kill her, or kill them both, actually. To the fact that she doesn't think Chibi-Usa's right for Anshar, that... Wait a minute, did she just say that a person for her brother is someone like her? Oh god, I left Mishii Village for that shit! Seriously! Anyway... Don't expect any random encounters here, because they're not going to be. And right now, Chibi-Usa's health is incredibly low. She's in a perfect position. That's well and good. There's not really any rooms to look for. But chances are we're going to have to come back here later on. This classroom is actually right where we stopped Chapter 1, actually. Now that you stop to think about it. Well, sorta is. Now, there is a person here to heal you if you just so happen to be lost. But here's the thing. Oh, by the way, the X is to the left, you fool. Anyway, Chibi-Usa has no random encounters, yet that hiker is there for the healing. Now, this is the place we need to go. This camera room. But unfortunately, we gotta go through several events in order to do that. And I do believe they're in the top floor. Not this floor, but the top floor. Wait, I just came from that room. So, yeah. We also have to come here, too. That'll probably be the last thing we need to do. But for right now, we could just continue plot from this room right here. And as soon as Momo set 5 inches away from Chibi-Usa, she gets attacked by monsters. And Anshar kills them. But sadly, I wouldn't trust Anshar after all. He is an Opposito soldier as well. However, he does take a liking to Chibi-Usa. But, Momo is poisoned. Yeah. Momo is poisoned, and of course, if we don't help her, she's gonna die. Now, we're gonna have to take her to the sick room, but in order to get to the sick room, we're actually gonna have to get the key from said sick room to the computer room to unlock the door. Yeah, it's one of those elaborate things. By this time, Momo would be sick and dead, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is, we'll eventually get her better. That's all that matters. Now then, we'll just have to leave the room, and we're gonna go straight back to the first aid room. And of course, he's pissed with his sister because of the fact that she tried to kill the person he liked. So this is the key we need to get. Now we gotta go to the control room. In the control room, last time we checked, was all the way, okay, not here. I think it was right here. There it is. Now then, once we get in, however, this is going to be Chibi-Usa's only battle throughout the entirety of this chapter until later on in this chapter. Okay, not throughout the entirety. Throughout the first portion of this chapter until later on. So, yeah. Chibi-Usa is pretty much up Shit's Creek right now. Well, for now, until that is, you get the fight as her. Now then, here's the thing. If you lose against these two boxy, or you're losing to them, because they're only going to throw physical attacks, that's it. If you actually lose to these two boxy, you might want to just use the Moon Cup 2 just in case, so that things doesn't get too bad. But otherwise, it's not that bad of a fight. Chibi-Usa will go up to level 7 after the fight. All you have to do is use physicals, because that's all you can use. And now that the now that the computer is open, now Chibi-Usa can leave, but at the exact same time, Chibi-Usa can go heal Momo in the sick room. That's all well and good. Oh, and by the way, I want to point out something. Well, before I do that, Anshar is about to get a rude awakening from his dear sister Sin. Sin is going to use Momo for her dastardly deeds. But as I was saying, let me point out something in Chibi-Usa. She, although it's not the strongest character, but one of the best healers, she actually has by far the worst attack out of the entirety of the series. Even more useless than the bubble spray. But at least the bubble spray actually works for stealth. Her attacks is inaccurate as hell. And that is called the Pink Sugar Heart Attack, which is basically an annoyance. Alright, so now that Anshar put Momo onto the bed, Momo should be healing fine. hence that keyword should. However, there's just one small problem. Sin's still lurking about. Also, Anshar is getting a rude awakening from his creepy sister, who is using Momo to manipulate Anshar and, basically, how should I put this? She's basically like the Mishii elder. She don't want her sibling dating someone else. Meanwhile, she also is trying to keep Chibi-Usa from getting the golden crystal to heal Mamoru, since the sailor soldiers are coming back with the heat stones, and Chibi-Usa's knocked out. Well, Anshar is pissed at Sin, so guess what? He's taking Momo and Chibi-Usa as far away from Sin as humanly possible. And by doing so, they've been dumped all the way out into the freaking wilderness. Oh my. In other words, Anshar sent Momo home, but he himself is lost in the forest, along with Chibi-Usa. Well, that just means one thing. We're gonna have to rescue Chibi-Usa, aren't we? Oh, that girl is so high maintenance. If it isn't one thing, it's another. So, yeah. We're gonna end this part right here, literally. Because in the next episode, we're gonna re-commandeer Sailor Moon. Someone we haven't commandeered as for the last 9 parts now. Wow. That's a lot of parts. See you guys next time in part 14. When we take over Sailor Moon and hopefully search for Sailor Chibi-Moon. Not gonna happen. Really, it isn't. Oh, but good news is, 2 bad guys from S will be making their appearance. Oh, from Sailor Moon S, sorry, will be making their appearances also. So look out for that. Take care.